Jai Hind everyone. I Prashant Madi Tripathi, Assistant Professor at Ajay Kumar Garg Engineering College, Ghaziabad, in Electronics and Communication Engineering Department, going to present a lecture on QPSK, which is known as Quadrature Phase Shift Keying Modulation Scheme. So, first of all, this is a type of digital modulation scheme. Digital modulation scheme are used for the modulation of digital signal. Digital signals which have finite number of symbols uses different modulation scheme for their transmission. Different modulation scheme consist of amplitude shift keying, phase shift keying, frequency shift keying. The most basic digital modulation scheme is binary amplitude shift keying, in which the amplitude of carrier varied according to modulating signal. In case of binary ASK, we have only two symbols 0 and 1, and in BASK modulation scheme, for symbol 0 we transmit nothing, but for symbol 1 we transmit a finite amplitude carrier for the representation of symbol 1. But in BASK, the dominance of noise is very much, and this modulation scheme is used in applications where the simplicity is required at the cost of poor noise performance. The next is binary PSK modulation. In this modulation scheme, for symbol 1 and symbol 0, we changes the carrier phase. For example, in case of BPSK, for symbol 0, the transmitted carrier phase is 0 degree, whereas for symbol 1, it is shifted by 180 degree or vice versa. The BPSK is popularly used because its noise immunity is good as compared to BASK, because noise affect the amplitude portion, and when the information is inbuilt in the form of amplitude variation, in case of ASK, it is very much likely to destroy the information when the noise amplitude is very high. So, PSK offers good noise immunity. The next modification which is done in phase shift keying modulation scheme was QPSK, and this modulation scheme is known as bandwidth conserving scheme. It is known as bandwidth conserving scheme because it's carry twice as much information as ordinary PSK modulation carry. In QPSK, as the name stands, quadrature phase shift keying modulation scheme, in this modulation scheme, we transmit 4 carrier phases 0, 90 degree, 180 degree and 270 degree of phase shift. In QPSK modulation scheme, we transmit 4 symbols which are 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0 and 1, 1. So, in QPSK, instead of transmitting a single bit 0 or 1, we transmit 4 symbol 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0 and 1, 1 by changing the phase of carrier. So, in QPSK, we basically transmit 4 phase pi by 4, 3 pi by 4, 5 pi by 4 and 7 pi by 4. So, we can say that QPSK is an extension of ordinary binary phase shift keying modulation scheme. Before going into deeper in QPSK, we will see the application of QPSK. QPSK is popularly used in transmission of different multimedia files It is used in cable modems, video conferencing, satellite communication, cellular system, and various other form of digital communication, which includes RF carriers. So, we will see that what actually we are going to transmit in case of quadrature phase shift keying modulation scheme. As I told that in this modulation scheme, we have four symbols which are 1 0, 0 0, 0 1 and 1 1. For symbol 1 0, we transmit a phase of pi by 4. For 0 0, 3 pi by 4, 1 0 1, 5 pi by 4, and for 1 1, we transmit 7 pi by 4. In general, in form of mathematics, in QPSK modulation scheme, the transmitted signal equation is represented by SIT equals to under root of 2E by T cos 2 pi FCT plus 2I minus 1 pi by 4, where I equals to 1, 2, 3 and 4. For example, when I equals to 1, the transmitted signal equation will be under root 2 by E upon T cos 2 pi FCT plus pi by 4. For I equals to 2, it will be 2E by T cos 2 pi FCT plus 3 pi by 4. In case of third symbol, this equation will appear as cos 2 pi FCT plus 5 pi by 4. And last symbol is 2E by T cos 2 pi FCT plus 7 pi by 4. So, these are the equations of transmitted signal in case of four different symbols. In this equation, E is the transmitted energy per symbol and T is the symbol duration. Pi by 4, 3 pi by 4, 5 pi by 4 and 7 pi by 4 represents the phase of the signal. Fc is the frequency of the carrier. So, in case of QPSK modulation scheme, we transmit four symbols and these four symbols are represented in signal space also. So, to draw the signal space diagram, we expand this equation as SIT equals to under root 2E by T cos 2 pi FCT plus 2I minus 1 pi by 4. On expanding this equation, it becomes cos 2 pi FCT into cos 2I minus 1 pi by 4 minus under root 2E by T sin 2 pi FCT into sin 2I minus 1 pi by 4. So, in this equation, it is clear that we have two basis function which are under root 2 by t cos 2 pi fct and under root 2 by t sin 2 pi fct. When we plot these two basis function in signal space, we can plot them in like this way. Now, we will compute the coordinates corresponding to 4 of these signals, and to find the coordinate we simply use this formula 0 to 2 s1t phi 1t dt, which provides the coordinate in direction of phi 1t, and when we use this formula s1t phi 2t dt, this will provide coordinates in phi 2t direction. When we find these equations, we will get one 0, 0, 0, 0, 1 and 1, 1. The coordinate will come out under root e by 2 minus under root e by 2 3 pi by 4 minus under root e by 2 minus under root e by 2 5 pi by 4 minus under root e by 2 plus under root e by 2, and for symbol 1 1 it will be e by 2 e by 2. Now we will plot all these coordinates in this signal space. So this coordinate will lie somewhere here under root e by 2 minus under root e by 2. This will lie in third quadrant, that is minus under root e by 2 comma minus under root e by 2. This will lie in second quadrant, minus under root e by 2 under root e by 2, and the fourth one will exist at first quadrant under root e by 2 comma under root e by 2. So in this way we can plot the QPSK signal space diagram, that is constellation diagram, and these are the region of boundaries where if any point lie in the region, we can easily compute which symbol was transmitted. For example, if the point exists in this region, then we can say that the transmitted symbol was 1 1. If the point lie in this region, we can say that the transmitted symbol was 0 0. In this way, this constellation diagram help us to find the transmitted signal. The same formula is used for the generation of QPSK waveform. To generate QPSK waveform, we use this simple transmitter in which first the incoming binary sequence is converted into bipolar NRZ level encoder, and after converting the binary sequence into electrical waveform, we apply this waveform into demultiplexer. In case of demultiplexer, the demultiplexer divides the incoming waveform into two parts. One part contains odd numbers of terms and second part contains even number of terms. In first part, which is odd number terms, it is multiplied by cos 2 pi f naught t, and the even number terms are used to modulate a carrier which is sin 2 pi f naught t. Here PS stands for power of transmitted symbol, which has a relationship which is represents the power of transmitted symbol. Now after this multiplication, the product terms are summed for generation of QPSK signal. At receiver side, the received signal is applied to a two-channel receiver. In upper channel, the incoming signal is multiplied with cos 2 pi f naught t, cos 2 pi f naught t, and in lower channel the incoming signal is multiplied with sin 2 pi f naught t. This product is passed with low pass filter, and the output of low pass filter is compared in a threshold detection device. The threshold detection device, the incoming output from the low pass filter is compared with a threshold. If the incoming value is greater than threshold, a favor in a decision is made in favor of symbol 1, and if the value lie below the threshold, a decision is made in favor of symbol 0. So we can say that if the output of this low pass filter is L, then if L is greater than 0, the symbol is 1, but if L is less than 0, the transmitted symbol was 0. Same logic is applied here also, and after deciding about the symbol, we apply this into the 2-bit parallel to serial converter, which is a multiplexer device. We obtain the transmitted data, which is our transmitted binary sequence. So in this way, by dividing the incoming binary sequence into two parts, one contains odd number terms and second part contains even number term, we modulate two quadrature carriers, sine and cos carrier, and after modulating these two carrier, when we add them, we will get the QPSK signal. At receiver side, the received QPSK signal is applied to a two-channel receiver, in which upper channel we use cos carrier, whereas in lower channel we uses quadrature carrier, which is sine carrier, and we multiply the incoming signal with both of these carriers, and the product is passed with a low pass filter. Low pass filter output is compared with a threshold, and after comparing we decide which symbol was transmitted. So in this way the QPSK transmitter receiver works. Now we will see how the waveform of QPSK looks like. So, I am taking a small example 0 1. This is first bit, second, third and fourth. So, first we break them into odd and even number terms. So, 0 and 0. And 0 is converted into, this is both of 0. This is odd number term and even number term 1 and 4, 1 and 1. Now we will take carrier, one is cos. We are taking only one cycle in the 1 bit duration. This is sine carrier. Now we multiply this signal into cos. So this is minus. So polarity will be reversed. And in this case we have 1. So polarity of sine will be same. Now when we add both of these signal, we will get the phase quadrature phase shift keying modulated signal. This is our QPSK signal. So in this way we generate the QPSK waveform. While preparing this presentation, I have used these two books for content. Thank you.